Good morning, Your Majesties. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome to my YouTube channel and happy day 23 of princmess. So I have a story for you guys. It's another celebrity ghost story. I think I finished all the celebrity ghost stories. But tomorrow I'm going to be telling you guys the story about the grifter. Hi, Mika. That's gonna be our traditional story time. What do you guys think? So every Christmas Eve, should I just tell you guys the grifter? It's traditional, right? Mika's in here. Are we surprised? Mika, show yourself. Mika, little brat. Okay. So, Mika, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, I don't know what she's doing. But I want to pick you up, but anyway. All right, let's read this story. This story is by Meshlak Taylor. Meshlak Taylor. Okay, Meshlak Taylor appeared on Celebrity Ghost Stories in 2012. He told a story about a creepy man who appeared at his window one night when he was just a little boy. Why does it smell like dog food in here, Mika? It smells like dog food in here. The heck, girl? Okay. He told a story about a creepy man who appeared at his window one night when he was just a little boy and tried to convince him to come outside. Okay. I was raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. Okay. I love you, Mika. Thank you for stopping by. I was raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. It really smells like dog food in here. Okay, okay. I was raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's a place that's very unique because it's a very spiritually charged place. So there's that element of spirits, of ghosts, of the dark side. This is something that happened to me on the dark side. My mother and father were both university professors. And when I was 6 years old, we moved into a house on campus. I had a room that looked out onto the side yard. It was a wonderful place to stay, to play, and it was close to the levee. As a child, I spent a lot of time by myself. I would often sit out there on the swing and sing and tell myself stories. My parents were gone a lot during the day, and there was a wonderful woman who took care of me. Her name was Margie, and she was a sea-roll woman. She practiced voodoo, and she believed in it very deeply. One night I was asleep, and I heard a noise outside my window. I didn't pay a lot of attention to it. Then I heard scratching on the window screen. I looked out the window and I could see the outline of a person standing there looking in at me. It was a sea-roll man. He looked at me and I looked at him. It was just strange. He said, "I listen to you sing and you have a beautiful voice. I love to hear you sing." He spoke very distantly and deliberately. He told me he lived on the levee and how people would have bonfire parties on the levee. My parents always had warned me not to go down to the levee because it was very dangerous. Many children had drowned down there. I was getting sleepy and told him that I was tired. "I'll come back later," he said, and I went to sleep. The next morning, when I woke up, I mentioned to my mother that a man had come by my window during the night and talked to me about a canal. She thought it was just a child's imagination, and she kind of blew it off. A couple nights later, I heard a scratching on the window again. Oh my gosh, you guys, I thought I saw something out on my doorway. Oh my gosh, that freaks me out. Okay, anyway. Like I thought I saw Tashi just for a second. I guess these stories do. I guess telling these stories kind of. I don't know. Okay, a couple nights later, I heard the scratching on the window again. This time the moon was full and I could see the man's face. He features he's his features seemed distorted. I could see that he was damp and I could smell the must from his clothing. Once again, he talked about my singing. My friends would love to hear your voice, he said. They love to hear you sing. You should come and sing for them. Then he said to me, Take the hook out of the window and come outside. I told him I couldn't do that because my father would get very upset. He won't care, the man told he won't care, the man told me. Come with me. Oh ask someone to disrespect their parents. That's good. Okay. I thought about it for a little while and said, no, I can't do that. All of a sudden his demeanor changed. Uh-oh. And he kept telling me to open the window. When I wouldn't open it, he got more intense and started shouting, "Open the window!" over and over again. It frightened me, and I just pulled the shade and went to sleep. The next morning, I told Margie what had happened. The color literally drained out of her face. She wanted to know what he said to me, what he tried to get me to do, where he wanted to take me. When I told her the levy, she got very agitated. She told my mother and father, and she said, this was not an ordinary man. There is something that is trying to pull this child out of the house. My father didn't believe it, but it upset him and started to get concerned about this. That night I went to sleep, and sure enough, the man appeared outside my house again. Come see my friends, he said. Margie told me not to talk. Margie told me not Margie told me not to talk to me anymore. I said, "Oh, Margie told me not to talk to you anymore." I said, "You shouldn't come around here no more." He looked at me and tried to convince me, "Open the window, open the window, open the window." "I can't do that," I protested. Then I heard a noise coming from him, something from deep inside, very guttural and very angry. It terrified me. Um, that woke my father up. He came out of the house with a flashlight to see who was there, and just like that, the man disappeared. All that was left was all that was left were the wet spots where he had been standing. My father saw the wet spot on the ground, and he knew someone had been there. After that, Margie found him from the people in the neighborhood. After that, Margie found out from the people in the neighborhood that there had been a guy who was a child molester. He had been molesting kids for years as a school teacher. What? When people found out what he was doing, they came after him. They chased him. He ran from them and down the levee. He fell into the water, but he couldn't swim and he drowned. For years afterwards, whenever a child drowned in the canal, they said that might have been him. His spirit made that child drown. He might still be around. The next morning, Margie wanted to do some things to make sure that he didn't come around again. The first thing she did was scrub down the front steps of the house with lye and water to keep any evil spirits or bad energy from entering the house. Then she took some white powder and she made a perimeter 2 or 3 feet from my window like she was drawing a line in the sand. That was supposed to protect me. I never saw that man again. And my parents never let me have that window open again. Margie said, there's more things in this world than you know. Educated people know about it. I still wonder if I had gone out that night, whether, hi Mika, I still wonder if I had gone out that night, whether I would have survived, that encounter. Wow. That is so weird. So I wonder if that man looked not translucent, but looked like a real person, right? Like I wonder if the man that the boy was seeing looked wait, not the boy. I wonder if the man that Mishka Taylor, that Mishka Taylor was looking at was a real person and not translucent. That's wow. Yeah, let me know if you guys have heard that story. That's going to be it for today's video. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Princess Peyton. Hit the red button to become your majesty and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best human beings ever made. And you're the king of my heart in the song lyrics of Taylor Swift. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Okay, love you. Bye. Mwah.